What's up, guys? Courtney, about to go have a meeting with a guy that likes to write. He writes articles and stories about local companies, and he wants to write a story about me for his magazine. So I'm about to go meet him at 2 o'clock. Day's going by pretty good. When I did an estimate for a hardwood job, guy found me on YouTube. So I want to do a hardwood job next Thursday. $900 job, easy job too. But anyway, got off the phone with a few guys today. One guy, Mr. John Henry, thank you for calling me, reaching out. It's going to be signing up for the coaching mentorship group for 2020. And I also talked to another cleaner. He's a local cleaner. And the thing about it, guys, is I hear these same stories over and over where cleaners get excited about buying equipment, but then after about a month or two, they're not getting any jobs, they're not making any money, and then they start to panic. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I cannot tell you guys how many times the equipment is not the answer. The equipment is not the answer. So, going into 2020, it's sad, but it's true. A lot of you guys are going to experience the same problems you have been experiencing in this year. Because why? No planning. A lot of guys don't have a plan, don't have, anything drawn out, don't have any direction, no leadership, nothing. But all you can say is you have is equipment. And I don't know how many times I can preach this, but I hear the same stories over and over and over. And again, these guys get excited because they got a piece of equipment. But again, you can't even put this equipment to work. Or, like the guy told me, you end up doing work that you really don't want to do. And this is something that I talked about last night in one of my videos, where people always count the money, they count the dollars, but sometimes it hurts. It hurts you, mentally, to be doing something that you don't feel comfortable doing. And I've been there. I know how it feels. I know how it feels to feel like you're working for nothing. Feel like you're working for scraps. You're working, because you are being devalued as a person. Also, for your services. I know how that feels. And that's what I do, is help guys get out of that rat race. Okay, get out of that fire, that pool of fire where it hurts. Yes, you're making money, but it's not a good feeling. Okay, see, that's the thing. A lot of people think, oh, just because they're making money, it's a good. No, it's not. Sometimes people are making money and they don't feel good about it, or they have to do something that they don't want to do. Okay, so a lot of times we have to take our mind off just the money and ask yourself, am I in the position to do what I do because I enjoy it, because I take pride in it, because I can take my time, I can feel good about it? Okay, sometimes we have to ask ourselves that question. But my thing is, guys, I just hate, what is today, December the 3rd, something like that? December 3rd. Yeah, December the 3rd. And here it is. We're about to be into 2020. And yeah, same thing, man. I don't know why people think things are going to change if you're not willing to go through a different experience, if you're not willing to change. I put up something where I said, basically, in order to you have to experience it by going through the experience, but you have to be willing to change it. Okay, basically, you have to be willing to change your circumstances, your mindset, your environment. Okay, in order to experience something else different, something else better. But a lot of us would just learn how to do something and we'll just go through that same experience over and over and over. And really, it's not an experience anymore because it's the same cycle. And that's what a lot of you guys are doing going into 2020. You're going to go through the same thing you went through in 2020 that you went through in 2019. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. You know, it felt so good. It felt so good the other night when I looked at my numbers and to see that I've done way less jobs from this year to last year, but made more money with higher prices. That's what you call growth. That's what you call change. That's what you call going through a different experience. Not going through the same thing I was doing 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Okay? And one of my great mentors he used to always tell me, Courtney, what you do today will determine where you're going to be 5 years from now. If you are still doing the same thing you were doing 5 years ago, today, you are not growing. And he was so right. And that's what it is, guys. That's what it boils down to. A lot of you guys are not growing. You are just recirculating the same information, the same experience, the same whatever every year. You're not growing. Nothing's changing. So, you know, like I say, keep doing it. And you're going to keep getting the same results. Or be willing to change and to be willing to experience something different, something better. And you won't realize it, guys. You won't understand it in the beginning. But as you go through the process, it'll all start to make sense. It'll start coming together, and it will feel so good. And you will thank yourself every day for making that change. But anyway, guys, let me go have this meeting with this guy, and my day will be done. And it's going to be a great week this week, great month, and see some of you guys in 2020.